Question 1. BC continues to deal with a skills crunch in many regions and key sectors. The province's economic future hinges on both attracting and training a workforce that can meet our growing labor needs. BC business and industry can become and remain competitive only by the continued investment in and maintenance of the highest standards of human capital. If elected, what will be the economic priorities for your government to help small businesses grow sustainably across British Columbia?
Well, this is exactly one of the reasons why I'm running for MP in this community, because the economic future of BC is important to me, and it's very important to the Liberal government. We need to make sure that Chilliwack Hope and the economy and small business continues to grow here. As your MP, I will do everything to support and maintain a well-trained workforce. I will bring together the key players, bring together our Indigenous community, our small businesses, investors, get them around the table talking, take their concerns and needs forward to the BC level and the federal level, making sure that our government is doing everything we can to continue to grow our economy. The Liberal Party has and will continue to invest in our future, in our economy, and well-paying jobs. Right now, we have one of the lowest unemployment rates in history. We have taken the small business tax from 11% to 9%. These are things that I am proud of and proud to be part of the Liberal government. And as your MP, I will work tirelessly to make sure that we are heard.
Well, you know, a sustainable growth in small business relies on competitive access to markets and capital. Raising venture capital made easily accessible and an integrated system for business development must be made available. Some of the models in Europe have proven this system of entrepreneurial leadership. We'll establish a green venture capital fund to start viable startups, matching federal funds for locally raised capital. We'll also reduce the managerial and accounting duplication of red tape and bureaucratic filings, as well as legislate the requirement to consider impacts on small business in future legislation.
Yeah, and that's a very good question. One of the things that our party believes in is getting rid of the capital gains. We think that the capital gains is essentially a tax on investment, and you shouldn't want to tax the thing you want more of. The conventional wisdom says you only tax the thing you want less of. We also want to broaden out the acceleration capital cost allowance. This is a program that basically allows for, it speeds up the investment into machinery connected to industry, as well as in 2010 it was extended out to include clean energy. Now, we don't know why it's specific to some sectors and some industries and not to others. And so what we want to do is we want to expand that out so it would also include, say, farm equipment and other things that companies are doing to increase productivity. We also do want to lower the corporate tax rate down to a level of around 10%.
Well, I think there's a number of things that the federal government can do to help small businesses in British Columbia. The first thing is to make sure that we're competitive not only with Canadian markets, but with international markets. It's easy to set up. A lot of the small businesses that operate in Chilliwack could be operating anywhere around the world. So we have to have a competitive business environment. That means competitive tax rates, competitive payroll taxes. All of that needs to be a part of it. So we've committed, obviously, as Conservatives, to reducing the small business tax rate. We've fought hard against the changes that the Liberal government tried to impose on small businesses in this last Parliament, because we knew how uncompetitive that would make small businesses if they went ahead. I think the other thing, the question mentions the workforce. I think we do have to do a better job of attracting both skilled immigrants to come to Canada to fill those economic opportunities where we have needs. We need to find the best people around the world. And we also need to do a better job, I think, of getting young people to get into those skilled trades, into those places where there are shortages, train them up for the jobs that are actually available. I think for too long there's been a gap between what people have been going to school, what they've been training for, and the jobs that are available at the end of the day. So we need to do a better job as governments and as society, quite frankly, to send people to those places where they're actually going to make a good living and fill those positions that are available to them.